What do you think is the best dinosaur in Jurassic World Evolution? You'd think that's easy to answer, but it's not. Not for me at least. I will, however, finally answer this question, but I'll also be cheating just a little bit. I've tried to figure out my ranking before and couldn't get it quite right. What I've decided to do is do it a little bit different from everyone else. I'm not going to compare apples to oranges, I'm separating the herbivores from the carnivores. So in this video, I'm sharing my top 10 favorite herbivores in Jurassic World Evolution. And even after deciding to tackle the ranking this way, it was still very difficult to determine this top 10, because I love almost all dinosaurs in this game, and a lot of the herbivores are either just so damn cute or so awfully badass that I couldn't make up my mind. After a while, it wasn't even fun anymore, it was stressful, it was like Sophie's Choice. And I felt horrible about leaving a lot of my favorites out of this top 10, but I had to draw the line somewhere. Of course, I will also be covering my top 10 favorite carnivores, and I will be doing videos on my least favorite herbivores and carnivores, which was equally difficult. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you'll get notified of my future videos. My channel is all about getting you enthusiastic about and inspired for Jurassic World Evolution, with park builds, tutorials and more. I don't care that this game is a year and a half old, okay? The hype is still real for me and I want to share that with you. Oh, I should preface this list by stating the obvious. This is just my opinion and you're probably going to disagree with me, but that should be okay. So keep calm and just restore balance to the universe by leaving your own top 10 in the comments. Chunkingosaurus squeezes into my top 10. This dinosaur doesn't get a lot of love from the community, but I think it's adorable. The chunking just looks like the derpy cousin of the badass Stegosaurus, and he could kill you by accident. I think he has a sweet expression. He looks a little dim-witted, but in an adorable way. He has a bit of an overbite, which is cute. I like the dewlap under the neck, and a lot of the skins I like too, but this one in particular. This is the jungle skin, and it is my favorite for this species. Throughout this top 10, I will be showing the dinosaurs with the skin type that I like best, instead of just going basic. The Parasaurolophus has been all over the place in my ranking, but I settled on the number 9 spot. She's one of the classics and she just looks so elegant. I love the silhouette of the Parasaurolophus and how gentle it looks. And yeah, I called the chunking a he and the para a she. I'm just all over the place. It doesn't matter, let's get over it. The para is a great addition to any park. I always love having a big herd of them running around, and thanks to ArcticJP, there are a lot of skins to choose from, most of which are pretty cool in my book. You can have a nice mix of different skins, and hearing their songs as you wander through the park makes everything sound so peaceful. But then later there's running and screaming. The Stygimoloch is the OG cute dinosaur in Jurassic World Evolution in my opinion. With his big eyes and head that seems too big for his body, he just looks like a little baby. A baby that can headbutt you to death. The crown of spikes along the back of the head make it look like a baby dragon. Those big eyes really sold me on the Stygi from the get-go. I didn't particularly like it in Fallen Kingdom, but I'm glad it was in the movie, so it got added to the game in the deluxe edition. The Stygi also benefits from having a lot of great skins, a lot of variety in the color palette. And it helps that I don't like the Dracoryx and the Pachycephalosaurus nearly as much, so the Stygi fills a good niche for me in my parks. Gigantspinosaurus, or as I have been mispronouncing it all this time, Gigantspinosaurus. I love this dinosaur because it looks so bizarre. It doesn't look like it should be real. The spikes on the shoulders are enormous and I just love how odd that makes him look. It's just an awesome stegosaur that, again, somehow manages to look cute, doing that little hop in the exit animation and other times as well if you're lucky enough to catch it. Gigantspinosaurus is a staple in my parks, so it was only logical for me to add it to this list. This is the jungle skin I'm showing you. A close second for favorite skins is, of course, the Vivid. The Homalocephali will always have a special place in my heart. In my opinion, it's still the cutest dinosaur in the game, even though it's no longer the smallest. I think we were all blown away when Frontier added this tiny dinosaur in the game, and I'm certain he snuck his way into many top 10s. The sound effects are just insufferably adorable, and the animation of it hopping on and off the feeder melts my heart. He just always looks so chuffed with himself. He thinks he's the shit, and you know what? He's right. Wow. Just wow. Return to Jurassic Park saved the Triceratops. What a huge impact that remodel and those new skins have. This green skin makes it look like an ancient warrior overgrown with moss, like a statue outside of a temple worshipping the Triceratops, and I do worship the Triceratops. We all know that scene from the first Jurassic Park movie in which Alan Grant rests on the Trike's belly and moves up and down with her breaths. Well, that single scene made me fall in love with both Alan Grant and the Triceratops, so it's a blessing to see her in her full glory in Jurassic World Evolution. Gone are the days of the derpy eyes, the lackluster normal maps, and the skins that could bore dinosaurs back into extinction. The new model is great, all of the new skins are great, the Triceratops is great. The only dinosaur from Down Under that made it into the game, the Muttaburrasaurus, and one of my favorites. Not gonna lie, the skins really make this dinosaur stand out. I love pretty much all of them except the jungle. The patterning and the contrast between light and dark is simply stunning. I particularly like the locomotion of this dinosaur, that it walks on all fours, which sets her apart from the Paras, the Corythos, the Centaurs, you know, those guys. I really like how this quadrupedal position makes the tail angle up. It makes the dinosaur look so proud, I don't know. It also has a classic Roman nose, which I like. Yes, it is true. I like the wetland skin type a little bit better than any of the new skin types. As far as the models are concerned, I like both, so I like mixing and matching. The Stegosaurus is beautiful and one of my favorite dinosaurs of all time in real life. I have a weakness for dangerous herbivores. The Stego just looks like you shouldn't mess with it. It's a shame that during the campaign or challenge mode, you really shouldn't mess with the Stego. It is a bit of a pain in the ass with its social and population needs and its excessive aggression towards vehicles. But in Sandbox, I always love having this dinosaur in my parks. The Brachiosaurus is not my number one favorite herbivore in Jurassic World Evolution, but she is a very close runner-up. And maybe she would have been first. Maybe I'm overcompensating for my nostalgia by dropping her into second place. I saw the original Jurassic Park when I was very young enough to be as flabbergasted as Alan Grant was, first laying eyes on her. The Brachiosaurus felt real, even though looking back, the special effects in that scene really haven't aged well. But I sat on the couch thinking to myself, it's a dinosaur. Having the Brachiosaurus in Jurassic World Evolution just evokes that feeling. She comes across so powerful yet lovable, and sauropods are cool by default just because of their size. I came close to putting the Mamenchi or the Diplodocus on this list as well, but even though I love those dinosaurs, the Brachiosaurus just completely fulfills my need for a sauropod in a park. I used to gravitate more towards the Mamenchisaurus, but nowadays I'm loyal to the Brachie. So it felt right to have her rule as the only sauropod in my top 10. Just not at the number one spot. The Iguanodon is amazing. Nuff said. It's an absolute Chad in the best way possible. Seeing it kill carnivores for the first time with an animation entirely new and unique to this species was one of the most exciting moments I've had in this game. And I feel like this was the start of Frontier paying more attention to animations. I feel like our reception and appreciation of this kill animation and the new eating animation inspired them to give new animations to the Herrera, the Compy, the Homalocephali, the T-Rex, the Nasudo, the Acro. I think it made them realize going the extra mile was totally worth it. And boy, is it worth it. But back to the Iguanodon. Like I said, I just enjoy a badass herbivore, and this dinosaur just kicks ass. There's no point in me trying to be sophisticated or eloquent about expressing my love for the Iguanodon. I just like that this is a herbivore that is not going to let any old velociraptor pull one over on him. Also, I just imagine that if the Iguanodon could speak, he'd sound like Samuel L. Jackson, and that just makes me giggle. Alright, that concludes my top 10. And basically every single herbivore except the ones I will be covering in my least favorites video are sharing the number 11 spot, because I really do pretty much love all of them, with just a couple of choice exceptions that I'm saving for another time. Share your top 10 in the comments and give this video a like on your way down. If you want to see the kinds of elaborate parks I build to house my dinosaurs, check out my channel and subscribe. If you subscribe, you're also really helping me out building this channel. If you want to help get this channel to the next milestone and you're already subscribed, you can give the YouTube algorithm just a little heads up by watching my videos all the way through, leaving a like and leaving a comment. That would make you top tier awesome. That would make you Iguanodon level awesome. And it would mean the Jurassic World to me. You know I love a bad word pun. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, enjoy the game.